It's very unfortunate that we're in the circumstance that we're in today with respect to COVID. We've gone through a long period, or went through a long period, where COVID was completely beyond our control. But we've now reached a time where COVID is completely within our control. And I'm a proud Albertan, and I think, like a lot of Albertans, I really value my freedom of choice and my other freedoms. Unfortunately, there are times, and this is one of them, where freedom of choice can cause harm, or has caused harm to many Albertans. I think back to the seatbelt law in the 1980s. I thought it was a terrible idea at the time. I actually did wear my seatbelt, but to be told that I had to and there was going to be a law. And a number of Albertans felt that way. I remember talking to people that were convinced that if they didn't wear their seatbelt, that they were somehow safer. But the reality is, seatbelts save lives, and thousands of Albertans are alive today because they wore a seatbelt. I hoped very much that Albertans would guide themselves accordingly, make the right decision, get vaccinated for their own safety and the safety of those around them. But there are a number that haven't. And I had also hoped that the private sector would essentially create an environment where it became, well, not necessary, but preferable for most people to get vaccinated, because you couldn't go to a football game, or you couldn't go to a hockey game, or you couldn't travel, for example, or go to a bar or a restaurant. But there's no time left now. The numbers are so critical today. And again, information this morning, 1,100 cases yesterday, 18 people died. That unfortunately, there's no time now to let the private sector and our society deal with this without it being mandated. I hate the idea of a vaccine passport, but understand today that it is necessary, because people are not doing what we need them to do. Some people are not doing what we need them to do to keep themselves and others safe. The numbers are now reaching a critical stage, and our hospitals, ICUs, are now filled with people that are not vaccinated. And I think of the impact that it's having on so many others. And I think of the young fellow that we've heard through the media, local apparently, who has a cancerous brain tumor that has had his surgery canceled because the hospitals are jammed with COVID victims. I have a friend's mother who has a heart valve that needs to be replaced. Now, this woman is anxiously waiting for life-saving heart surgery. So these people no longer have a choice about surgeries that, in a couple of cases, they urgently need. I dislike very much the idea of a vaccine passport, and the situation we're in our healthcare system in crisis, that it's going to be necessary. And so my position now, and this is just in the last few days as more and more information has come in, is that unfortunately we do need a vaccine passport in Alberta, and I hope that the provincial government makes the responsible decision. 18 people died yesterday. It's like we're right back to where we were before, except this time we did it to ourselves. Very unfortunate. But those are the circumstances. Hard decisions have to be made. And I'm now urging the provincial government and our MLAs to move forward with regulation or legislation to create a vaccine passport.